Hey everybody, it's HeapCVA. It's late at night where I'm at. Just out of curiosity, I checked one more time on the forums for EmergeNYC, and I think that's what I'm going to call it. And lo and behold, 0.1.8 came out. Later than the people that were upset wanted it to, but nonetheless, it made it in the time of day he said it would be. So I've tried to jot some notes down. I've looked at some things. I've actually fired it up one time just to check it out. So let's open the game. And while we're waiting for the demo to load, talk about what he did. Probably the big thing, and I kind of guessed it was going to be this, but I didn't say anything because, you know, you got a 50-50 chance of being wrong as you do being right. New fire to respond to. Oh, thank you so much for sending something else fire away. I know the EMS and law enforcement guys are going to be a little upset, but oh, sorry. I'm a hose jockey, so I love it when that happens. I'm actually in the middle of this building. That's why you see that. And I'm going to go out as far as I can because probably one of the things he talks about is he's detailed some additional areas. This is where 32, 66 and the battalion chief, battalion 5 are. And you go this way, very slow, but you go out that way just the same. And this is where 78's is, the tower. And the rig that goes with that. I have to be very careful when I move my mouse to the right because with my two monitors it's still escaping and going to the next monitor. I wish it wasn't doing that. So let's spin around. And sorry I'm losing my voice. I have done nothing but make videos today. And my throat is super hoarse as a result. So, I guess that's northbound, right? So we're going southbound here. And you tell me what you see that might be a little different. Now, to me, here's the church that's the new structure fire. You can see the smoke boiling out. You can actually see a little bit of flame. We'll get to that in just a minute. I can't remember if the buildings across the street were all detailed like that. So let's go this way a little bit. And I'm heading for Rescue 9. And I'm going slow enough that you should be able to see any extra detail that wasn't there the last time you looked. It's not huge, and some of it isn't done yet. I know they're working on the streets, and they're making them wider. They're making it so that not only can you drive the fire apparatus up and down the street without crashing into everything constantly, but that he can create more street furniture. You know what I mean? Like parked cars and stuff. And so they're working on that. It's not in this update per se, but they're working on it. This is over the rescue. A couple of extra buildings, I think, where 30 and hook and ladder 75 is. I didn't see anything necessarily new over here. But still, you have to tiptoe into this stuff just for the sheer volume of buildings that he has to do. And I'm glad he's giving it his best shot at, some of that might be new. I know the parking structure over here, the construction, I got to move real slow or it won't move right. There it goes. I think this building here and some of this stuff is new. So you unfortunately can't move fast anymore. It's not like the old days when I could use the W, S, A, and D keys. That was good stuff to me. I'm kind of sad that they got rid of that. So as we go this direction, yes, I'm kind of flying through the buildings, if you will. They are very cool designs. I don't know how many are taken from real buildings and how many he just came up with on his own, but they are pretty neat. So let's back up. I'll spin angular a little bit, see if I can get in here, because I want to give you the right perspective on this new fire. As you're looking through the buildings, now you can see the sheer volume of flame that's shooting out of the roof of this church. So another awesome picture taking opportunity for those of you that like to do that. So not only did he include this, but let's go to 32s. I don't have any traffic running because there's no change in that per se. Can you hear it in the background? Can you guys hear that now? They've got can you hear the radio chatter now? And now I purposely made it a little bit on the dark side. One of the other changes they came up with is notice the dash is lit as you sit inside. Nice stuff there. So new fire with the radio chatter. The areas that are detailed are by Engine 78 and Rescue 9. The interior lighting in the cab, especially for night. Pretty much, I'm going to hope I can kill the volume of that. Hopefully the rest of it comes. There's supposed to be another deal coming out right behind this. So the two videos are due. We have the video of the Fire Academy, and then a video and maybe some pictures of a new updated base map, which I think is going to show some of the street stuff that I'm talking about that's not necessarily in this download, but it's stuff they're working on that we're going to see here pretty quick. You could see he added a few more hydrants. If we stop, actually through the building right now, I'm on the exterior view. I'm still in control of 32s. I'm just, zooming in and out. So this is what you're talking about here. I'm going to try to zoom out as much as I can and get some detail. That's the kind of fire that you're going to see. And so certainly those of us that just like to see this will have some more stuff to do after kind of a downtime in the holiday session. where there wasn't much going on because, people need to be with their families every once in a while. And those that were a little irate that things weren't coming out as fast as they anticipated that they were going to come out. I hope this will kind of calm them down a little bit. A lot of people, and I could make a lot of guesses, but I'm not going to, get on and complain that something didn't come out on the time frame that they personally set. Now, I think we've talked about this before. When FlipSwitch says we're going to try to get out like 0.1.8 by this date, that's a guesstimate. That's the best you can hope for as you're waiting. If you want to hold somebody's feet to the fire every time they say, we're working on this, we're trying to get it out by this date, and when that date comes, you go ballistic because it's not here, and by God, you promised it was going to be here this day, you're fooling yourself. And I do it this way on my videos so I don't get on the Steam forums and go crazy. I mean, there's some really good guys on there that are trying to be super helpful, and I think they're finally hit their limit as to how much they can take before it finally gets to them. And I think some people want to push the buttons while they complain too, just to see what kind of reaction they can get out of people. Now, does that tell people, the helpers as I consider them, go ahead and go ballistic, tell those people to jump off a bridge? No, I wouldn't do that. Because, what's on the internet and what you put on there, see, I still don't hate the rockin' fire engine thing, is there forever. Guys, it's there till there's no such thing as internet anymore. And so if you've just had enough and you inadvertently say something that a week from now you'll wish you didn't, it's going to catch up to you. And somebody will find a way to hold it against you. And so I'm just fooling around driving apparatus while I'm talking to you. There's a way to tell people enough is enough is enough. Do it with a smile on your face and still let them know what the real word is. There are people in this world that believe that instead of standing on a given continent, the world actually revolves around them, not the other way around. And, there is not a lot we can do about that, guys. I can't change that. I can't make it better because it is what it is. Look down a little bit, see how we're doing. We're getting lined up here. Now I'm just setting the jacks, but if making a game was easy, everybody would be doing it, and they'd be $1 or $2.90 a dozen. But they're not. They are expensive and hard to do, and it goes back to that. You simply cannot please everybody. Anybody trying to please everybody is in for a rude awakening. Now with fire coming up out of this, and I don't know if I can look up far enough, I honestly wouldn't get too close to that roof quite yet. But, it is what it is. And there are so many guys out there that are a whole lot more I gotta see now. I lost. There it goes. Now I'm not in control of the truck anymore. You know, that are better at the photos than I am. So, and without bodies, look at what we're having happen. Did you see the truck jump over there? See it dancing? Let me see if I can get rid of this here. Now we're at between 45 and 52 frames per second. I'm probably still on too good of a setting. See, I'm on beautiful. What's above it is fantastic. I need to actually drop it down lower. But see, look at 32 doing its dance over there. And I'm glad I'm getting this on video, because it's happened to me a couple of times and you guys couldn't see it. So that's 0.1.8 in a nutshell. It's not a ton of stuff, but I think it's just enough to keep you hungry for more. It's not too much. It's not, well, some would say it's too little, but I mean, he's taking everything. I can already see where he's like sizes church down. It's not overlapping as much as it was. But everything has its list of things to do, whether it's fire apparatus or police vehicles or ambulances or buildings. And they're doing it one thing at a time as the engine 32 does its dance as we're talking. I wonder if I can get any closer to this. What I want to do is switch over to here and see if it's doing the rock if I face this way. See, now it's not moving over here. And I wonder what that was all about. You know, I can't really. We could always act like we're standing on the street, but I can't look up. You know, I have to zoom out to do that. And you can see how far away I was with the ladder from here. You know, I don't get any credit for that. I swear to God, when I was turned the other way, it sure looked a lot closer than that. See, look at that. Now, with fire blowing out of there, you don't want, I wouldn't stick the ladder on there because there's nowhere for the guys to step off. It probably wouldn't be positioned here. My guess is if this is actually for real over here, this open area, I would be, number one, this is a collapse zone. And number two, the truck should be further back. And, you know, if it's through the roof already, nobody's getting up there to do any ventilation. Because if this is an old church, which many of them are, both in New York and in a whole bunch of places, that roof is coming in because of the way they were built. So, enough of that. Tell me what you think about the latest update. I'll get this up as soon as I can. I wasn't planning on doing another video. I'm editing two right this minute, but I'll get this one up ASAP. I could have gone into a lot more detail. I could have drove a few more fire apparatus around, but honestly, that's not what this update's about. And so, once again, be patient. I'm still looking at that ladder's driving me crazy now. See, and E goes out. See, now I'm actually in the building. That's as close as I'd get. Anyway, sorry I had to do that. I couldn't stand it anymore. Tell me what you're thinking. And what you're hoping to see out of the game. I'll get this up as soon as I can. Actually, I'm saying that, but you already know it because by the time you see it, it will be up. Duh. So let's back up. Yeah, wish you all the best. Hope you're having a good day or a good evening wherever you are on the planet. Once again, I'm working hard to get the best stuff up on my channel that I can. Thank you, FlipSwitch, for giving me something to upload from the EmergeNYC game, because it's been a little bit of a dry spell. I understand it was the holidays. That being said, I'll continue to work real hard. I will see you in the next video, and you guys take care.